That was really weird. For some reason, when I went live, I like changed the scene. It just like didn't change the scene. It was like, screw you, I don't care. And I'm like, I kind of need you to care, actually. Why the heck are you not in dark mode? Everything is broken.
Crusade calls.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, good. We got that done. My mutual apologies, but we're here now. So we do go ahead and have, let me go ahead and get back here. Now I can actually pay attention to what's happening. So we're going to have Johanna being the first pick coming out of the side of the Raging Roosters, who my overlays have decided to do a die. So Sarah, come back. I don't know how you broke everything. Kindly don't. We do go out of a Brightwing and Orphea being taken. We are going to have a Raging Rooster come back with, oh, interesting, a Morales. A Morales, also known as More or Less. I'm hilarious. Alright, 1 second. Let me get these overlays back up. We will make this work. Boop. Alright, looking at things one more time. We should go ahead and have Deathwing is being banned out. Interesting. Can Deathwing even get to it? I guess Deathwing can. That is the question. When you see Morales, are you thinking Juice Pirates or are you thinking Stim Drone? And if Stim Drone, I would be much more wanting to get rid of someone like Vala or Jimmy Raider. Sylvana's already off the table. Oh, yuck. That's probably not what they wanted. Is that my things did not overlay? Update, 1 second. Aha! Look at me knowing sneaky ways around to make it reload things. It's almost like I've done this before. Let me turn the audio down a bit. I think it's probably overpowering me.
We will forge a great destiny.
With that being said, we do have Cordona coming out with Blaze. Going to be blazing in the top lane. I guess we don't know who the other offlaner is. Very most likely going to be the tank. Although, technically they can't switch around. You could have Savior being the offlaner and Cordona being a Blaze tank. Not something you normally see, but it is a thing that exists. There is the Raider. I talked about Vala and Raider, what there was to be worried about. And we do go ahead and have had Dahaka. I forgot to talk for a second, but you know what? It's okay. We do have Dahaka coming out and in favor of Raging Roosters FYP. So who is our last person? It should be a secondary DPS. Who is going to be your answer to Raider and Jaina? It's going to be Hoppy Deer Bestier. Going to be showing up from Lulu. So let me go ahead and get predictions up. Put your money where your mouth is. Decide who you think is going to win. Wait, what the? How is this? I don't understand. Let me reload this scene again.
Heroes, prepare for combat.
So with that being said, we do go ahead and have coming into game number 1, representing the CreepyCrawlySpiders. We do go ahead and have Cordona playing that there Blaze. Gib. Oh, I said Lulu. I don't know why. I do have a slightly like having played on TV, so I can't really see. I was like, it's really short name. It's probably Lulu. But Gib will be playing the Lunara. We do go ahead and have Savior coming out on that there Varian. We do got Auxilium on the Orphea. And Lulu is playing the best Brightwing skin. I really, really like that Brightwing.
Fight well.
Meanwhile, representing the Raging Roosters, we have Sodium coming out and playing the Johanna. Dr. J is going to be playing the Jaina. I wonder if it's Dr. Jaina. Can I say it's Dr. Jaina? I want to say it's Dr. Jaina. You have Cranky Rhino playing that the Morales. Sugar Man is going to be on the Dahaka. And Iggy is playing James Raider. Oops. Looking at our level 1 talents, we do go to have Veteran Marksman is coming out of Jimmy Ray. So we're going to be trying to power up over the course of the game. No one else taking Slacking Quest other than Tissue Regeneration. We will not have the Dahaka Speedy Dinosaur coming out. So if you're taking a little bit of a pounding, obviously Raider variant is not a real hero until level 4. So that's something I have to be careful of. Lulu up here. I was like, Lulu is the one you sent to do this? I mean, Lulu will have that camp taken by the end of the game. Jimmy Ray over here. Jimmy Ray will not make as quick work as he would if he had the other talent, but still does pick it up at about the same time, even though Lulu started much, much earlier.
Capture the shrines, inherit the Dragon Knight's power, and lay waste to this forsaken.
So we do go ahead and have Gib trying to get here. Here comes Sodium. I was like, that's not the name, is it? That is Sodium. I saw it for like half a second, and I was like, I'm sure I missaw that. Dr. Jaina taking a bunch of damage, but will actually just barely be healed by Morales. Cranky Rhino is not happy about trying to kill their healer. Although Dahaka is down here at this point. They came down here trying to get a pick and they did not get one. Dahaka is waddling their way back. That did give a little bit of experience lead over to the side of CreepyCrawlySpiders, because Blaze just continued to double soak while Dahaka came down for an engage, which was scary, but they didn't actually get anyone. So ultimately it was not worth. They are starting to move up towards the middle of the map, possibly trying to harass Gib. Hoppy Deer fleeing deer, so we go ahead and get out of here. Now, I think everyone knows they came up to get this camp, and they're going to put pressure on top. But while that was happening, CreepyCrawlySpiders went ahead and knocked down about half of a wall. Level 4s, we do go ahead and have Incinerated Gauntlets coming out of the Blaze. Continue Q build on that their Orphea, and of course Taunt, to no one's surprise, on the Varian. We did not hold your ground, which is not what I feel like I normally see. But I also don't play Joe, so you know what? Decent question that I totally know the answer to, and I'm not going to try and look up real quick. If you use Magic grants 1 chaos, can't distract with 3 times. Or if he has chaos. Yeah, no, if she has the chaos, it looks like it just stays until she gets an auto off.
Blue team draws first blood.
Alright, we do go to have CreepyCrawlySpiders. They don't get the camp, but they do get a double kill, and I think that's definitely a worthwhile trade to get. Alright, Blaze might be becoming a dragon. Might be upgrading from Marine to Dragon, because we do have Lulu taking this over real quick.
The Dragon Knight shall reduce you to cinders.
A nice cinematic looking real quick. Look at me being a professional caster. We're going to have Blaze moving in, trying to go in and get damage into the mid. But this is almost a diversion more than an actual attack, because the real fight is happening down here. They've gotten through the front wall. Sodium is taunted, lots of damage coming in. Polymorph lands. Not going to quite get that. The power of the Iron Will. getting actual stuff. Here comes Boris Green is coming in. Welcome, welcome. We're in game number 1 between the CreepyCrawlySpiders and RagingRoostersFYP. Officially, I don't know what FYP stands for. Nice burrow under that. I love it. Welcome, Weenus. No welcome to Double Dam, who doubted my music video taste. Terrible. Yes, rocket shots fired. Both teams moving around. Definite advantage for CreepyCrawlySpiders at the moment. They do go ahead and have a damage done to like 2 of the front wall bound. Top one is actually kind of falling as well. Yeah, that Morales had no chance. Taunt actually getting on a Morales is like the worst thing ever. Mocus Ferales, as we all know. Alright, there goes a Hyperion coming out. Oh, Zoning Hyperion. Not quite as effective as the Zoning Stormbolt, but you know what? Still does a pretty good job.
Avenge my husband.
So we do go ahead and have Lulu taking the bottom. Cordona is fighting for top, but Sugarman has the advantage for right now. So this is Blaze, and that can change very quickly. Blaze is not the best duelist, but neither is Dahaka, although it does look like Dahaka is getting the advantage right now. Silence comes out, Sugarman hunting down Blaze. I'm sorry, the little like hat that gets put on when you're silenced is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm amazed it's still in the game, it cracks me up. I'm also like, Blizzard, why? We do go down to Sodium, fighting off at the bottom with Iggy. There are 3 people coming in. The good news is none of them are particularly good at Siege. Although I say that and then Gib shows up. Gib much, much better. So we have Varian going down. It is now, that is the first kill on the side of Raging Rooster. Sugarman is pushing it up here with that mercenary camp. Here comes Gib coming in here, trying. Will go ahead, but is there a body block? Yes, Sugarman has to go south, and Gib is not looking to let the dinosaur go away. Dinosaur versus Dryad, who wins? Actually, the answer is nobody wins. And then he walked away. Yeah, Sugarman, you thought that Gib was gone? Very, very, very heads up. Nice burrows. Lots of these stuns would have happened, but they didn't. That is Dahaka finishing up their quest.
Hero slain.
Uh-oh, Lulu went down. That is the second kill for Raging Roosters. Is it being a comeback? It definitely could be, as we go ahead and have them start to move the map, going over to the camp of their opponents. They know that without Lunara, they can't really contest that. Although I say that, Auxilium may have other minds. Lunara is back. Here comes the Wisp. Wisp heralding her arrival. And that is the way. I do have to say, I really, really like the way CreepyCrawlySpiders is just continuously trying to push forward and get into this. Sodium walks into the middle of them, but they do not quite Oh, this could be a problem. Sodium does not have iron skin. Lots of damage coming through. The morale is keeping Sodium alive, just barely. But here comes the dragon. Trying my calling very, very quickly, but they did get the middle port from that. Bottom port is down to not very much health. 5,500. Oh my goodness. 78 health, ladies and gentlemen. That's exciting when you see it on a hero. When you see it on a building, like, oh my god. I'm very, very good at language. So with that, we do have two dragons and 2 forts down in favor of CreepyCrawlySpiders. Sodium comes in, goes ahead and tries, and Lunar is not going anywhere. Lunar goes ahead and gets pop, pop, pop. I'd say like a whitehead, but Lunar is very clearly green. We do go to have Lulu coming out, as well as Auxilium, looking to go ahead and start putting pressure on this top fort. Top fort is the only fort still held by Raging Rooster. So if you're going ahead and eyeing this out, we have Sodium up here looking. Blaze might be the target. They're trying to go ahead and... Oh! I was like, do not turn around. Alright, here comes the cavalry, quite literally, because we do have a cavalier variant. There was a big sun that almost looked like a Johanna shield, but Johanna's on the other team. We do go and have the stim drone coming up. Lots of damage, but it looks like the fight is going in favor of Raging Rooster. They're not quite able to finish anyone off, which is a problem.
The Dragon Knight's power.
The drone here manages to stay alive, just barely. Protected by the way, comes out. But we have some tongue action. The answer appears to be no. It's not going to be coming out.
Red team has destroyed a fort. The flame cleanses.
So here's the first dragon coming out in favor of Raging Roosters. Raging Roosters upgrading from Rooster to Dragon because I'm not going to get into like a biology lesson, but I promise if there's a fight between a Rooster and a Dragon, Dragon will win. So we do go in now. Okay, we are actually evened up. The top and top port has gone down. Okay, not evened up. For some reason I thought they took mid port, but the top port is down for Raging Roosters. They're now focusing on bottom port. The variant did get booted out and is making his way around. Lots of damage coming in. Gib going in for the flank, trying to look for a way in here. There goes Varian getting knocked out. Varian does not have the ability can protect himself, but cannot become unstoppable. Sugarman actually gets hit for once. Alright, let's go and consume essence in order to heal back up. There is the dragon in the background. Gib came around, tried to get on the Dragon Knight, but it's just hiding away. A lot of ult actually did get used on the side of Raging Rooster. That may come back to bite them. Because only Orpheus is down for CCS4. I mean, you've seen the Dragon Knight. Is that a really small dragon? The answer is no. I love how I ask a question and then don't give anyone the chance to respond. Dahaka did hark back and is not here, though may have Burrow available. Nice stun coming out. A 4-man stun coming through. We do go and have Dahaka did come in from the back line. We do finally have Dahaka going down. That's a massive moral victory because Dahaka has not been very good about dying. Speaking of dying, bye-bye Jaina. And we do go ahead and have Sodium. Sodium running away from Lunara. You can't run away from Lunara. You might be unstoppable. You're not unkillable. Here, I'll prove it. Boom.
Red team dominated.
Yep, that was me proving it. It had nothing to do with CCS. So that is level 20 on the side of the CreepyCrawlySpiders. They are starting to push out into here. Currently have double the kills and a 2-level lead. And of course, that ever important. Oh, Val, you can't watch epic esports action on a phone. Go open your computer, get out of bed. Come on, you're on the West Coast. I think. I actually don't know where you live.
Destroyed a fort.
So we're going to first keep of the game. I always say this, I apologize. But the absolute best line when keep is taken is Alrax. Your keep has been taken. Oh, the irony. It just always cracks me up. Alright, we do go to have Dragon Knight coming out, doing a lot of big old hefty swings, trying to get that second one. There it gets booted away. There is a zoning, there is a mobile Phoenix coming out. I always called Phoenix the stationary Hyperion, so you know what? Might as well keep the meme going. Oh. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. Goodbye.
That beast is not my beloved. Blue team has destroyed a fort. Red team's core is
Oh, gotcha. Well, I would say hi to your kids for me, but you have no idea who I am, and that might be a bit weird. Would you go and have a Sugar Man coming out? Who's there, a Sugar Man? So that is 3 down. This may be the end of the game. Gib is definitely putting a lot of poison on his core. Obviously, poison is... That's the one thing where Lunar shines so much. Because obviously, like, the damage over time can be mitigated on heroes, but not on buildings. And that building does indeed go down. That will be game number 1, going in favor of CreepyCrawlySpiders. So before I forget, let me go ahead and update that. Looking at the stats at the end of game number 1, in terms of damage, we do have Auxilium coming out with 77,000 damage over the course of about an 18-minute game. We have 51,000 coming from Sodium. Actually out damage heroes on the team, but Icky was super close, as was Lunara. So really in second place is all 3 of them, with 51,000. You go ahead and have Brightwing, out healing the Morales by a little bit, 93,000 to 65,000. And we do go ahead and have, in terms of that side soap, not surprising, we do have Blaze leading the way, because Dahaka kept trying to go down and engage into their opponents. Oh, I remember that before it became an Abathur only thing. But yeah, Blaze outside the Dahaka, because Dahaka kept trying to go and make a 5v4. And Blaze just kept on saying, I want the soak. Level 20 not actually obtained for Raging Rooster before the end of the game. So, with that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have talents. Go ahead and squint, look at them close, take them to your Storm League games, get epic and amazing victory. And I will see you in just a second. Alright, here we go into game number 2. We do go ahead and have first pick going over to the side of... I was really hoping that the players would be loaded in by the time I got to this part, so I could just say it. Yes, it does look like Raging Roosters did take first pick after losing game number 1. And they're going to use that first pick to get rid of Sylvanas. Rhaegar going to be banned out by the spiders. Spiders say, you know what? There is such a thing as a wolf spider, but wolves are things we don't like. Alright, so interestingly, we do have Deathwing banned out in the first bit instead of in ban phase 3. A bit more of priority coming through. It's also interesting that they were afraid of Deathwing when they apparently play Orphea, because Orphea just is so mean to Deathwing. Alright, Dahaka is a very, very early pickup for Cardona. Cardona was on Blaze last time. Keep in mind, so Cardona's like, I want the dinosaur. This is a big map. I want to be able to move around.
There is always hope.
Alright, I do have to say Crunchy Rhino. I've obviously have Animal Crackers on the brain. Cranky Rhino. It has a very, very interesting healer pool. A lot of healers I don't see very often. We now have the Ariel coming out. That does make me wonder, will we... Okay, we won't see a Cho'Gall, not with that setup. But, Vala is probably the battery, if I had to take a guess. The Jaina being removed. Not going to go ahead and let... I guess they could switch, because I was going to say Dr. J was Jaina last time, but they could always wiggle room it around. Sometimes I forget how to talk. And that's okay. Looks like we're going to go ahead and have the Kale Boss. A Song of Ice and Fire will not be heard this evening.
For the next set.
I bring the mega death.
Alright, we do go to have Auxilium coming out with the Orphea one more time. But this time we will have Savior showing up. I do have to say, why no Spider Heroes? Where's a Nubarak? Where's Zagara? Where's Nazebo?
My blades are yours.
Another battle.
Oh dear. Okay, that's definitely different. So we're going to have the 3-man of Joe, Vala, and Ariel kind of moving around the map. Sonya in one lane and Samuro in the other. Who do you have to deal with Samuro? Samuro is such an annoying hero. I think Samuro may be my least favorite hero in the game to fight into.
Glory to the Scourge.
Alright, Volk, here we go. This one's for you. Arthas coming out. Arthas seeing play. Arthas getting the respect. Going to slow those Samuro swings. Going to slow down that Sonya. Arthas actually counters Sonya extremely well. The kind of secret tech is just how well Arthas does into Sonya. But here we go. We will get into the game. I will get predictions up. Don't go anywhere. Put your money where your mouth is and spin those points. With that being said, we are into game number 1. I'm glad you all came here with me.
Yourself for battle, heroes.
Excuse me. Alright, here in game number 2, we do go and have Lulu playing the Brightwing one more time. Savior will be on the ETC. Gib is playing Arthas, the Prince of
Begins in 10
Lordaeron?
seconds.
Yes, Lordaeron. Cardona is playing Dahaka, and Auxilium is on
5,
Orphea.
4,
Meanwhile,
3,
they are
2,
CreepyCrawlySpiders, and they are your blue
1.
team. Meanwhile, representing the orange team, we do have Sugar Man playing the Sonya. We do go and have Dr. J playing that there Vala, wearing the cute little crown. Sodium will be riding around on the Johanna. One more time. Cranky Rhino is playing the Ariel, and Iggy is going to be on the Samuro. I probably win game 2. But here's the thing, if I say game 1, that means we'll get another game after this. I reject your reality and replace it with my own. Dahaga has gone up into game number, or until, I'm just the game, into the top lane. I don't disagree with them having, the Samuro try and lane into Arthas, because, like I said, Arthas just kind of counters Sonya. Although, to be fair, until level 4, not so much. And not super, like, at level 4 it becomes even fight. At level 7, whenever they get that every third attack, it just gets oppressive. And interesting, Samuro came up here. I was just complimenting them for, like, the strategy they were showing. I was just giving them, like, a lot of credit for that. And then they reverse it. Here comes Sonya. Now, like I said, Sonya will actually win at this point of the game. Gib, did you not hear what I said? You're not supposed to be winning right now. So we do have level 4s online for both teams. We are going to go and get the Magic Spit, Loudspeakers, the Aggressimo, Lurker Strain, and... oh, interesting. So that's super interesting. Normally, whenever you're trying to counter a Sonya, you end up taking the talent at level 4 that, like, slows their attack speed in order to, like, mitigate some of that damage and not let them recharge. Oh, Sugarman! Sugarman will survive, just barely. We have Sodium trying to screen for this. It will be picked up by Dr. J. But no, Cordona comes in, says nope, nope, nope. But there is Ariel going ahead and smashing them into the side. There's a big old ton coming out. Stun comes down. Polymorph lands. Sugarman taking a bunch of damage and will get cleaned up by the Orphea. Big old Choppy comes out and goes, ah! And then we have a dead Barbarian. There's Cordona coming out. We do have Gib. Your Savior's like, I was here too! Oh, they really wanted that Bala? They will settle, but I don't think they can actually get the Johanna.
I grow tired of your petty squabbling. Gather tribute. Earn my favor.
Alright, here comes the second one. The CCS did get the first one. They may end up giving this one up because this is obviously over, like, a much better position for Raging Roosters to try and pick up. Trying to engage into this would be dangerous.
Hero slain.
But that might change things a bit as we do have Arthas cleaning up the Sonya. Now, Gib is not here, but Gib is also not coming. However, he comes the big engage coming in. Blinded does come down. We've got a little bit of damage on the Iggy. Throwing him in the sideline. We do have a level 7 online. Arthas still not at all taking the build I would take against Sonya. Alright, we now do go ahead and have Arthas starting to move up. Sugarman, that is a dangerous place for you. We'll go ahead and Blade Storm his way on out there. I wish I witnessed the soundboard so I could be like, Blade Storm!
Slain.
Oh my god, Ariel doing such a good job. We have such low health bars everywhere. But you know who's dead and you know who's not? The answer to that is that CCS had 2 people lose out. Frankie Rhino will go ahead and pick this up. We are knocking on level 10. We do have FYP a little bit closer to level 10 than is CCS. CCS does have that double global advantage though. It looks like Cordona did give up on this camp. They just go ahead and waddle their way down. And then they waddled away, waddle, waddle.
Gather
And
tribute
they waddled away,
or face
waddle,
off
waddle,
curse.
waddle.
The choice is simple.
Alright, nice little pickup. Does not, oh no, does get within range for 1 shot. Cordona looking at this, obviously is not in any great hurry to get out of here. However, oh, this is a choice. They're giving up the second tribute, but they're going to be taking their opponent's heroes. And that is not something I think is being, nope, Cordona does know about it. Alright, Lulu goes ahead and teleports down. Here comes Savior into the backline. But a long way away is Auxilium. And of course, Arthas is dealing with the Great Golem up top. Alright, they do actually manage to group off and keep away. A big stun. Sodium goes down, Vala goes down. We do have the double kill. Vala does have the Gambit talent. So that is 5% less attack speed. Is that her first or second death?
Shall we see who gathers enough
That is her
tribute
first?
this time?
Now this will be Cursed Tribute, and might be given. It does look like both Vala and Johanna are coming up and will be potentially back in time. But that is the question. If they're back in time, does that mean they're not dealing with Great Golem? Is Great Golem down to about 20%? Looks like Sodium is on their way in. Alright, there is the Falling Sword. Then it's Sodium back, can tap up. Very close, being just instantly destroyed.
My curse upon you.
Now surprising. Okay, good. I was just saying, surprising they're all bottom right now, but we do have Taka went ahead and dug top. You want all this experience you can get because you get so much so easily.
Blue team has destroyed the fort.
The other 4 are looking to make a run and keep, it looks like. We're going to try to open up their boss lane for lots and lots of beautiful damage.
Has destroyed the fort.
Alright, we do have the top fort going down. And Gib taking a lot of damage. Gib very low. We do have a fantastic mosh, but there is the Eternal Hunger. We do have a kill onto Vala, kill onto Samuro. It does look like Johanna super low. Not gone just yet. Unstoppable did not go in time, but Orphea will get that kill.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Alright, they have now opened up bottom lane. So any boss they take, as long as it's the bottom boss. Any boss they take, as long as this is one specific boss. But any boss they take will go ahead and march directly onto core.
destroyed a fort.
We do have Cordova going in and taking this amp up here. Taking it and putting it in their pocket. They very, very quickly let it out of their pocket and let it mark for lane though. Do you ever do that? Do you ever like make a statement and then after a while your brain is like, why did you say that? What possible reason was there for you to say that?
I grow tired of your petty squabbles.
Yeah, I wasn't actually sure if we're going to get out of that. We do go to the top boss being taken by CCS. It does not look like there's a response coming from Raging Rooster, although as I say that, we do start to move into the area. Went in and got in there. There's a bunch of Eternal Hunger. Sonya goes down. You have the Johanna right in the middle of everything. Just more nom-nom-noms coming out of the Eternal Feast. Perky Rhino going to go ahead and get picked up. We do have the boss taken for CCS. They must have just gotten a Mosh back, because that would have been super good to use before then. Dr. Cherry's like, well, all my friends are dead, but hate stacks. Just look like Brian's starting to move around. But I think the rest of CCS is actually like, we're not going to push into this. We may get top for free, but we're actually looking at our real boss. Our boss is going to push on the core. And we've just unlocked another victory lane. So with that being taken care of, we do have Cordova moving in. Gib leading the way. It does look like, are they going to try this again? They are 3 levels down, they being Raging Roosters. So it is a dangerous proposition. You're down a talent tier. You are down 12% health and 12% ability damage.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
Will be a tribute. Dahaka's in the area, but this will not be a game like a curse tribute for anyone. Alright, good bit of damage onto Summer. Summer trying to get out of there. But no, there comes a Dahaka tongue. Locking him in place. Summer is running away. Looks like he'll go down. There came the falling sword. A lot of low health bars on the side of CCS. Essence being consumed. Sugar Man goes ahead and uses lead defensively. We're gonna get out of there, but there is Ariel. Ariel gets caught in the mosh pit. You know, sometimes the Angel Roach just wants to dance. She can dance if she wants to. And there is game number 2, also going in favor of CCS, giving them a 2 domination here late in the season. Alright, so let me go and see if I can get an interview right quick. One moment. excuse me. All right. While I wait for someone to join. First, I'm going to have a coughing fit, but then I'm going to go ahead and say, in terms of overall damage that game, we have Auxilium leading the way with 53,000, 44,000 coming from Dr. J, and then 20, like half that coming from Gib, although Gib is not really, the offlaner is not there so much to do damage as to be a fight initiator. In terms of healing, we do have Lulu leading the way, 71,000 healing coming out of Lulu. And we do go and get Cardona leading the way in terms of side soak, getting 14,000 coming out. Which is exactly what you would look for, exactly what you want to happen. Talents, we got those. Oh, we do have people in here, gosh dang it.
Hi.
Hello.
It made no sound? I did not know.
we weren't gonna be rude and interrupt.
Yeah, it's okay. Do your stat thing. It's all good.
I was sitting here like, I hope someone's coming, and then I like tap back out, and there's just people lurking in the room.
We're CreepyCrawlySpiders.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
But first of all, congratulations. How do you feel right now?
Pretty good. Always feels good to get the win.
Yeah.
So I do have to ask, and you may not know the answer to this. If you had lost that match, it would have been a tie. Would they have won the tiebreak? So, like, did you defend your position with this?
Yes. They beat us, I believe it was 2-0 last time we played them.
Yeah.
So actually, yeah, I think they passed us if they
Yeah,
were tied with us.
I
don't remember.
think they would have been second and we would have been third if
Mhm.
they won this. We discussed this and we're still confused. We don't really know how it. There's a lot of things going on.
Oh yeah, if they had won last time, then you would be tied in points, and they would have been the tiebreak. Because they would have beaten you both times, and the
Yeah.
tiebreak goes to them. But as it stands, nope, you guys end up 6 points ahead of them, and definitely are second place. Which at the end of the day, you're still playing them. Like if you had reversed, you would have been playing them from third place into second, instead of from second place into third. But this way, you automatically win the coin flip.
Yeah, that's true.
So hooray. Going back to the first map, which was...
Dragonshire.
Thank you. Okay, in my defense, whenever they were picking it, they threw out like 3 different map names. They're like, okay, first we're going to Infernal Shrines. Wait, Dragonshire. And then at some other point, they were like, we're going to ban Volskaya. Wait, Alterac.
Gotta keep everybody on your toes.
It was a test to see if I was paying attention, and I failed. But getting back to Dragonshire, definitely did see a very, very kind of squirrely setup where you guys were staying in the bottom a lot, but it seemed like the Dahaka just kept coming in at all of the worst opportunities. You guys didn't really get caught too much off guard with it, but did you have a specific like strategy like to know that he was coming?
Usually he was close enough that we could hear the burrow like in the bush, his little sound effect, and that was kind of the GTFO, let's start to back up.
Yeah, and a lot of like calling just on minimap, you know, no eyes on Dahaka, no eyes on whoever, just making sure that everyone on the team's aware of who's visible at the time.
Yeah, I have last season my team was personally victimized by a Dahaka on that map, so I'm like hyper cautious about the potential for a flank from him on Dragonshire.
Definitely seems like it. I'm sorry it happened, but it seems like it's helping you now.
Right, exactly. We learn from it and we grow.
The other question I have in terms of Dragonshire, it seemed like around the middle of the game, whenever Tim's came out, you guys just had the hardest time. Like, you would just smash into them, and their health bars would get low, and then morale was just like, oh, you know what? Not anymore. and you had the hardest time actually getting any kills. What would you say changed towards the end of the game in order to let you actually start getting them off the map?
It kind of came down to like which targets we were hitting. When you've got Joe and you've got a Morales on her, she's pretty tough to kill. But when we were able to actually get the time onto the squishies, that's when it started going better.
Yeah, just changing from whoever had the shield on was a big thing, because I don't is it spell armor or is it physical armor? I don't know what it does, but it makes someone like unkillable practically.
So, are you saying that all the people with bronze I played with all these years were right, and you need to Mocus Forellas?
That's the secret.
Yeah.
Well, it's not much of a secret. All the bronzies are giving it away. The other question I have, moving on to Cursed Hollow. Were you guys intimidated going to Cursed Hollow, considering that is the domain of the Raven Lord, and you guys are spiders?
I mean, we picked it, so we picked it, right?
You did?
Yes, we did.
Can't be that scared.
We dared to challenge the Raven Lord.
So, can you watch whenever there was a very gutsy play that I'll be honest, I did not know was going to work out for you. Can you tell me about the like whenever your Dahaka noted them on your boss, and did you only have 3 people going into like 5? I was amazed you went in.
There was a lot of back and forth decision on that. I came way later than I should have. I was like going back and forth to clearing top or heading bottom, but Savior went immediately, and I was like, well, guess this is what we're doing now, so racing down to try to make it in time.
We could not decide if we were going to get there in time, and the call was sort of, no, we can't make it. But then I saw Cordona got a tongue on someone, so I was like, well, I Z down, and we were able to like sort of stall them long enough for the team to show up, and even then I don't know how we didn't die, but we got it.
Yeah, it was a really good mosh on the point from Savior, and then just really good from Cordona, making sure we had enough time to actually get there.
Well, it certainly worked out. Like I said, I did not think it would. It was one of those moments where I was just like sort of pre-calling what was going to happen, and then you guys didn't read the script. I've asked this before, but I always ask this. Can you tell me why you guys decided to name yourself CreepyCrawlySpiders?
Every time we get asked this question, it's like, you need Gib in here. I'm pretty sure, from what I've heard, Gib like came up with a list of CCS acronyms, and it got voted on. The first iteration of CreepyCrawlySpiders voted on this one, and that's kind of how it happened. I think it's the best CCS name personally. I think it's pretty cool, but that's the story I've heard.
I mean, I will say it makes my goth heart very happy. But with that being said, that is all the questions I had prepared. Let me go ahead and turn it over to you for the shoutouts I know you need to give.
Valk's mom, I'm pretty sure, is the mandatory one. And GG's to Roosters and our team, obviously.
And the second obligatory shout out to our caster, Raka. Thank you for picking us up last minute.
Yes, thank you. That was super last minute, so appreciate it.
Yeah, actually, ironically enough, I had a cast about an hour and a half ago. Well, an hour and a half before the game started. And then one of the players just, ghosted me. Did not show up for the game, and I was like, but I wanted to cast. And I went looking for a game, but then Volk was like, if I can get things working, I'll cast you. And I'm like, well, it would be super BM to, be like, I'm taking it, ha!
but then it's tech issues, and so it just lined up perfectly for you to get it.
He was able to cast it. I'm like, mine!
Well, we appreciate you.
Well, it's been absolutely my pleasure. Congratulations. What are your thoughts going into playoffs? Are you looking forward, not to look past, obviously, Raging Roosters, but are you potentially looking forward with another match with Blackman, or are you hoping that somehow Community Pizza can take Blackman out?
I think if Pizza wins tonight, we might be playing them potentially in playoffs coming up. So I don't know how their match is going. I think they're playing right now or something. But whoever we play, It'll be stressful for sure, at least.
Yeah, and I mean, you're never sad if you make it to the second round and the person before you got upset, But, we gotta make it through the first round first, and then we'll worry about the second round if we get there.
Absolutely.
One step at a time.
I will say Community Pizza confused the heck out of me because they don't say match 1. They say like first slice, second slice because they're Community Pizza.
Yeah,
We were talking about that actually because their games were lining up perfectly with ours, so we saw their lobby links. I love it.
It was very cute. Yeah,
I do too.
I
But of course, my little brain, I was like, wait, when did Slice join that team? But anyway, enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I will see you guys next time.
All right, thank you so
you.
much for the cast.
My absolute pleasure. So it looks like BJ & Co. might still be casting Community Pizza. I don't know if it's actually, but it hasn't gone offline yet, so I'm going to try and raid over there. Wish me luck.